I'm tired of this life. I'm tired of the ignorance. I'm tired of the arrogance. I'm tired of the deception. And I'm just tired of the elites and even the normal populace of people that just they have their own internal biases and they can't put themselves in somebody else's shoes and feel empathy or compassion. And instead, people always want to fight, go to war over the littlest and simplest things. And we're in a turning point in society. Right now, people don't try to fight for their rights or fight for just something. Then in the future, our children's children are going to be like, what were those guys doing then? You know? Now, most of us in this community are probably not going to have any children, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at that, because you already know how society looks at it. Oh, you don't have any kids, you're a grown man, or something wrong with you, or they think that they start questioning your sexuality, they start questioning your sanity. Maybe some people, weren't picked by women to even have children. Or maybe some people are so emotionally messed up that having a kid is just not plausible. And plus, who wants to bring a child into a world that's so evil like this? Where you got to pay bit, where you literally got to work to live, and they literally work you into the grave. Excuse me. I had an auntie who was a nurse, and she worked very hard, you know, very hard. And literally, right when she retired, she still didn't have that much money or anything, but when she retired, you know, she didn't even last like a year. And then she passed away. So she worked her whole entire life to not even enjoy it. And that's what a majority of people are going to be engaged in this evil, sadistic, twisted world is like, you work on things that really don't really bring you joy or happiness. And I believe the human soul, it needs the aspect of creativity. It needs the aspect of innovation. It needs that self-expression. We all need that. How can you really, you know, enjoy a world where every single day your time is monitored by other people? Every day, every single day we have to worry about waking up, going to the 9 to 5, and just dealing with the realities of this world. And I don't think people really understand the psychological ramifications of not having a woman in your life as a grown man. A lot of us, because we're not the most handsome guys or we're not the most richest men, and we don't, like, some of us don't have any charisma or anything, like, we're just regular normal guys, we're just regular normal people you'll find at the street or, the trash man or something. We're just regular people. And when you work hard or whatever, and you come home to an empty apartment or empty whatever you're at, maybe if you're a grown man, you still live with your parents or whatever. It's like, this is so humiliating. It's so demoralizing as a man when you can't really live life like you want. I'm tired of not living life the way that I want to. I'm tired of the restrictions. I'm tired of all this restraint that we have to have. I'm tired that people can attack you, but you can't attack them back. I'm tired of I'm tired of not being able to do what I truly want in this world, because I think that a lot of us would be a lot more happy if we were able to do what we truly wanted in this world instead of doing what we're forced to do. If you force somebody to do something, they're going to end up resenting that, whatever it is. And if you force that person to do that in order for them to just to survive and have basic necessities, what do you think? How do you think people are going to react to that? How do you think people are going to react to being forced to do things that they don't really want to? I don't think this society is angry enough. Just look at the world. In the future, people are going to be chipped. That's part of the new world order. I hate to bring it up like that, but it's the truth. I'm look. One thing about me is I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy realist. You understand? I read the documentation, the books of the Rothschild banking families, the secret societies. I study the occult. I study the demons. I know demonology, the higher demons, the demonic captains, the demon generals. The archdemons, the demon gods. You have to study all these things. And some people think it's just whatever, but you can believe what you want to believe. I study these spirits and these esoteric things that the Freemasons have. And not just Freemasonry, it's deeper than that. There's so many other secret societies you never even heard about. You have the Black Hand. There's and not the the Hispanic gang Black Hand, not them for the Mexican mafia, not that Black Hand. There's like a secret Black Hand behind that's more in the Eurocentric area. That's what they um there's the Black Pope. A lot of people don't even know about the Black Pope, right? And it's not skin color configuration, but I'm not gonna get too deep. Just know this, that our world is governed by nefarious forces and evil things behind the scenes. And it's not just it's put in front of you, but it's put in front of you coded. Like you will see on the Fox News, you'll see certain codings like 11:39, this happened, or this, and plus Fox itself is 666 numerology, FOX. Excuse me, I'm kind of coming down with another code. Y'all the boss always sending attacks my way. But it's just I'm just really angry, man. Like I just lost my friend, and I'm just trying to just not think about that, but it's all I think about. And I'm just get so angry and frustrated because it's like, but my friend was asking for help around, and I don't mean no disrespect to any of his family or anything, but they knew he had mental issues, and they still kind of didn't really show any support until the deed was done. And it makes me angry because it's like, you guys heard him, what he was talking about. You knew he was going through things. He lost his sister. He lost a lot of freaking family members. He lost people. When you lose that many people, like it breaks you. And I should know. And this world has no sympathy or empathy or no compassion. If you're a regular, everyday, normal guy, trying to make it in this world is damn near impossible because there's so many obstacles. There's so many things to stop you. There's so many things that it just gets in your way of trying to achieve. Many of us would do anything to be able to live life on our own terms, to be able to be multi-millionaires, to have girls, to have success, and not be able to go to a bullcrap job every day or have to hustle every day for pennies on a dollar. It's brutal. This is a brutal life that we live, man, and it's just so stupid at times, man. Like, how come there's always something going on? Like right now in the United States, there's like some type of parasite or some type of parasitic infection going around. They said it infected like 31 states or something like that. And, I was looking at Fox News channel. I'm like, look at this. And then you got people in the comment section. Some of them are waking up like, isn't it funny that, they take up laws and legislature that follows different diseases around the United States. Bill Gates got his own type of different types of farms or whatever that put synthetic type of chemical compositions inside the foods and vegetables and all that. Like, why is Bill Gates even involved with farming? Why? And why does Bill Gates got a secret seed vault in Antarctica? How many people know about that? Bill Gates having a secret seed vault in Antarctica. Meaning, excuse me, coming with a cold. Meaning that Bill Gates in Antarctica has a secret seed vault, meaning that there's an installation, created in the damn mountains where they have like seeds. So why do they need seeds? Like they have the original seeds for different types of vegetables, fruits, plants, and all other type of things. And God knows what else is inside those bases or whatever. Because are they expecting the surface world? Are they expecting like a nuclear apocalypse to happen? Are they expecting the mass neutralization and elimination and termination of people on the surface where they can go down deep in their bunkers or teleport to the moon base or so a moon city that we don't know of, right? And so they're preparing to rebuild a new world, and those seeds or whatever are going to be like the preliminary seeds or whatever for whatever world they create. Like, there's so much crap going on. I don't know, man. There's just so much in this world. And I'm just sick of it, honestly. I'm sick of being sick and tired. I'm sick of being broke. I'm sick of having no hope. I'm sick of not having any type of sexual alleviation when I need it. Like I was watching this one guy and he was talking about how when he was coming up on his YouTube channel, girls wouldn't pay him no attention. But the minute he started getting like when he hit 100,000 subscribers and when he got 1 million subscribers and now he's at 2 million, like there's a lot of girls that be hitting up in his email and all that. So it's like, even when you're successful and a woman tries to hit you up, there's always a motive. There's always an ulterior motive. There's not realness. I'm tired of fakeness, bro. Like if you like me for me, don't like me because I have some type of clout or something like that, because that's fake. You want to like somebody because they have clout, It's ridiculous. And how do men find true love? How do you find your passions? How do you find your ambitions? How do you find out who you really are in this world when you're always surrounded by negativity, when you're surrounded by enemies, assassins, and spies, and all types of evil crap? How are you supposed to find yourself in a world like this? That's just, it's a terrible existence. It's a terrible world. You have so much crap going on in this world today. You got wars. There's wars in your mind. There's wars around your street corner. There's wars on your block. You got political wars. You got the right versus the left, and it's like, and people take that to heart. Because let's just be real. I'm going to say this now, and this is the truth. America was founded for European individuals. That's what it was founded for. And these individuals are noticing something around the world where they're historically European countries that had the skin color configuration of snow is now having people that have a darker skin complexion entering their countries, and that makes them feel kind of uncomfortable, because they don't mind going to war with each other. But when it's people of different demographics, these people become very hypersensitive because they understand invasion integration, meaning that when the Europeans left, from Europe and they came to America, they understand that if you give somebody a foot, an inch, they're going to take a mile. Then the next thing you know, 100 years, 200 years later, the whole country is totally different than what it originally looked like. And now these people are saying, I'm a red-blooded American. This is mine. We build it up. Then they ignore, people that were in servitude and the things that their forefathers and ancestors had to do. There's a reason why certain demographics are number one and they're on top, but certain people don't want to look at that history because it shows something, right? And there's a reason why a lot of us in this world, we keep being handicapped. We keep being held back by something. There's something in this world that doesn't want us to reach our full potential. There's something in this world that fears us. It fears us gaining peace and tranquility, and I truly believe in another dimension, a lot of us would be a lot more successful. There was a loving, caring God that gave a damn about us, that cared about our overall health or whatever. I truly believe that we wouldn't be in this position that we find ourselves in, honestly. But we got to keep going on, and it's hard, it's brutal. It's just, I don't know, man. It really sucks being in this position. Just, I don't know, man. I really wish that I was able to achieve certain things in life at a certain age when certain people were alive. Nothing hurts worse than knowing you will never see certain people again, and they only remember you by, not being successful. Like they passed away with the knowledge of you not being successful. And that hurts. So it's like, even if you do become successful, that person who passed away is still going to always remember you as the person that wasn't successful. And it really sucks, man. It's horrible, man, this world that we live in. And there's so much just division. There's so much just complications. There's emotions. You got to maintain this meat suit that we call a body. You got to get the right nutrients, the right food, the right this. But then we worry about our body eating the right food and all that. But we never worry about mental health, getting our brain the right nutrients and stuff like that. Because a lot of us, man, we would be a lot more happy in life if we just came home to a nice boo thing. A cute girl in her booty shorts, or her little pajamas late at night, you know what I mean? She rolling up some kush, you got the air conditioner on, so it's cold, She cuddles up with you, you start watching a movie on your PlayStation or your Xbox, cuddling up, and she start filling up on you, you start filling up on her, you start kissing, and then, you engage into some adult thing, you do what adults do. You know what I mean? You start hitting it from the front, hitting it from the side, hitting it from the back, and and you engage in lovemaking. That makes a man happy. Men, we need that female, bro, because, look, there's sometimes, bro, I would watch ASMR, right? And I find myself now, like, I'm not watching it as much because now I'm watching it now, but my mind is just like, I want this in real life. I'm tired of looking through the screen. I want a real girl in real life who loves me. But then I look at what I have in life and it's like, damn, no girl's gonna really love me. And even if I pop off as a rapper or something like that, I already know what it is. Because look at the girls that are messaging me now, none. You know what I mean? So if I start popping off as a rapper or popping off and getting real successful for real, then these girls just, appear out of nowhere like a Harry Potter magic spell. Then I already know what it is. Okay, you just want me because you see me popping that. You see me popping. But where were you when I was in them trenches? Where were you when I was homeless with nothing? Where were you, girl? Huh? You know? Because you gotta understand this. People, they talk about you when you're down bad, but as soon as you do something better than them or you get more success, then they get jealous, you know? And especially in this type of community, and this is why I disassociated myself with the black pill and all that, is because you can have something good happen to you. You can maybe meet a girl one day and lose your virginity magically, and then you come and talk about it on here. People get jealous. They start wanting to make videos on you. They start wanting to be associated with you because they think that you should be like them. They're not getting no women, so they feel like, oh, he shouldn't get no women. How come he got it? Oh, he must have made it up, and he must have did this. And it's like, what? So it's like, it's best if you're a content creator on this type of space, don't tell about if you have any major wins like that, if you're talking to a female or whatever, it's best not to just keep your business private. I had to learn that the hard way. Not everybody that's listening to your videos is a friend and wants you to win. There's people that they go out their way just to listen to you, to try to pick out information about what you're saying and try to attack you. You know what I mean? Just because of envy, jealousy, racism, or whatever it is. And these are grown men. They go out of their way, because it's something about your voice that they like, but they can't admit they like it, But if you're going to spend that much time on somebody's content, and then you say, I don't like that person, but you're sitting there watching every single video they do, make it make sense. If I don't like somebody, if I don't like their content or nothing, I'm not going to associate myself with that person at all. I'm not going to watch their videos. I'm not going to subscribe to their second channel and try to talk to them there. And then they make a third channel. Then you find their third channel. Then you find this channel. Like, who does that? What normal-minded person does that? If you go and show that behavior to anybody on the internet and that person gets shamed, they'll get off the internet and hide like a coward and erase all. It's just, I can't stand these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And, it's also what I can't stand is when people know that you're struggling, like your family or whatever. And who do you talk to? You can't go up to your mom or go up to your dad and say, oh, I'm depressed, I'm struggling. They're just going to tell you just find a job. They're just going to tell you find a job and you'll be happy, And then if you do what my friend did the other day, hell, just yesterday, if you do what he did, then all of a sudden the family's going to, oh my gosh, what happened? And now the mom is crying. Now the dad feels bad, Now the older brother, not the one that I talked to, but the other older one who was talking crap about him, just a month ago, saying that he's a disgrace to the family and all that. And now, when my friend is no longer in this dimension, now the family comes, and now he comes crying back. Oh, my little brother. It's like, man, well, last month he wasn't your little brother. And then you try to say, oh, well, I just gave him some tough love. You don't give nobody no tough love when they're going through psychological dysfunctionality. The fluctuation of the human emotions is something that's potent. You have to understand that. When somebody is in a deep, dark depression, you don't antagonize that person and hurt that person, especially as a family member, right? Then you wonder when somebody loses their mind and they go on a ER, then everybody's like, oh my God, that person's a bad person. Why did they do this? They did it because they had emotional fluctuations and they had probably some evil spirits as well. Let's be real, because I know a lot of people don't like me talking about spirits and don't talk about spirits. Like, I talk about what I want to talk about because I learned and I read books. And not only I read books, but I had supernatural experiences myself, but I read esoteric books. I've talked to Freemasons in real life, so I know what the hell I'm talking about. A lot of people are just ignorant. They know that they just wake up, go to work, and they just meme and troll all day, so they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. These people are not nothing to be taken serious. They're not on my intellectual level, intellectual capacity, veracity, or even have the tenacity for knowledge acquisition and retention. They don't. These people are not even on my level, intellectually. The only reason why I'm poor is because I made a choice that I wanted to be. I didn't want to be a 9-to-5 for the rest of my life. I wanted to put my heart and soul into music or whatever I wanted to do and be successful, and have residual passive income from years to come. I make a song 5 years ago and I still make money from it today type crap, But the problem is my confidence was broken so low and I was so destroyed and trapped in this internal infernal void that I felt like I could never escape, you know? And then having a family who doesn't believe in you and talk crap about you and lowered my confidence and lowered my self-esteem and lowered my self-belief and lowered a lot, and then people want to tell you, look, you know what? And people are going to say what they're going to say, right? You got to understand there's the truth, there's lies, and then there's shit in between, right? And most people in America, they believe the lies. They believe that the government is just some, oh, well, we just got to follow government regulations and rules. I was watching this one video. I think it was Louis Rossman. Because I watched Louis Rossman. Louis Rossman was showing, I think it's this newer video where this person got arrested at a town hall meeting because he was talking 30 seconds over. And then one of the people like, arrest him, arrest him. I'm like, wow, this man got arrested because he was at town hall and he talked about 30 seconds over the limit and they arrested him for that. And I'm looking at everybody in that room should have caused hell. The problem with Americans is Americans are too fat and happy. And you got to understand the demographics of America. We got to understand why America was created. What country did it break off from? Basically, what I'm saying is that the people that are the most powerful in America are the ones that can really change it, And if those people are happy at the top and they're not, trying to do another revolutionary or whatever, I believe, and I hope this doesn't come to fruition, but the way I see everybody going to war online and there's going to be another American Civil War, in the future. That's why I talk about sci-fi Stalingrad. That's what I mean by sci-fi Stalingrad, and in the future, it's going to be like Stalingrad, but it's going to be a sci-fi version of Stalingrad. You're going to have drones, nanobots, nanoswarms, artificial freaking Metal Gear type robots. You're going to have all that crap in the future, You have people getting brain neural chip integrations. It sounds ridiculous now, but it's not really. Do you remember what Elon Musk said? I'm going to put a chip in your brain to control you. Y'all don't YouTube what I'm saying. Whatever I just said, you YouTube it. Oh, Black Pill Villain said somebody, brain chip. Elon Musk neural chip, Neuralink. Look it up yourself and you do your own research, study, and analysis and evaluation. You come to your conclusions, right? This world is deadly deceptive. There's beauty in this world, yes, indeed. There's certain things that are beautiful, right? And so that tricks people and throws you off your guard. Well, that's just life. Life has its ups and downs. Yeah, it's exactly called Lucian, where the demiurge, even in a farm, they give the sheep something to eat and water to drink, but they're going to get slaughtered in the end. The same thing with humanity. So you may have moments in your life, you get your favorite video game, you get a little kush, you're happy, you get your ice cream, you get your Xbox, whatever. You may even get a girl to smile at you, or you may get a girl to let you hit it from the back and make that man a smack, right? And you feel good. Then the next thing you know, one of your aunts get breast cancer. Next thing you know, you break your arm. Next thing you know, you order DoorDash and you look and it's not there. And then you look and then they said they took a picture of it, but the person just drove off with your food, And it's like, damn. Or somebody comes and steals your Amazon package. There's always something evil to balance it out because the objective is getting your emotions to a negative vibrational frequency. But the best way to get loosh, because there's different levels of loosh. The best loosh is the natural loosh. The loosh that comes when your guard is down. You're feeling happy. You're feeling this. You're feeling that. That's like the best, loosh is when people believe that this is a good world, that, that's just how life is. Life has its up and downs. And then boom, something bad happens and boom, something attacks them. Then they say, it's the devil and his demons. Well, who's the father of the devil? And why would a loving, caring God allow this anyway? What are we learning in the world of pain? You don't learn nothing when you're going through hell. What are we learning? Name it. What are we learning right now when we're going through this pain? What? To be a subservient dog? To bark when they say bark? To jump when they say jump? To flip when they say flip? Where's my sovereignty? Where's a place where I can be me? Where I can be free? Where I can make money like Cash Money AP? Where is it? My sensei is Nick Mara when it comes to production. And he's living his life to the fullest. I want to live my life to the fullest as well. I want the money, the power, the fortune, and fame. That means I end up in hell burning and screaming in flames. Right? That's an old Eminem reference for those who know. Right? I'll do anything, man, to be successful in this world. That's within my power. But if your options of success is get a 9 to 5, you already failed. If you have to work a 9 to 5, it's over. The chances of being rich, unless you invest, unless you do this, the chances of escaping that poverty is almost zero. Especially if you're just working at a regular 9 to 5, you don't got no connections with no millionaires. You're not working on a video, you're not working on something that can generate millions. Hell, maybe you can't even work on something that can generate. Maybe you're so depressed that you don't even feel like writing. Like that happens to me a lot. You know, like I used to be a real writer about 15 years ago. I used to write every day. Like once a week, I used to challenge myself to write little short stories. Now, I write every few months, Like I used to write every single day. Sometimes I would get like an ounce of kush and just smoke it and just write all day when I was in need. Just write, 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 write. But now it's like, what's the point, man? Because it's like my grandmother's gone. Most of all my family's gone. Really, I don't have anybody that I can really go to like that. And like now my friends are dropping as well. Like people that I know, people that I loved, that I considered a brother, gone, gone, just like that, man. It's ridiculous how this world is, bro. It's ridiculous and absolutely crazy how this world is just manipulative, it's deceptive, it's evil, it's cruel, it's merciless, it's brutal, and it shows no mercy, it shows no sympathy. It doesn't give you a helping hand. And then the moment to let you breathe your head above water, it's going to throw it right back beneath the depths as soon as possible. So what do we do to overcome this crap? What do we really do? What do we do, man? What do we do to become successful in life? What do we have to do to not work crappy jobs? What do we have to do to get a cute girl with a fat arse on her to let us hit it from the back? Right? And even beyond that, because we need more than just that physical sexual alleviation. We need that emotional alleviation. We need that emotion. That's what I need. I want a girl to look me in my eyes and tell me, I love you. That's what I want. That's what I seek. That's what I desire. A woman that loves me. Not loves me for my riches, which I don't got yet, at least. A woman that doesn't want me because, oh, he raps good. I want a woman that loves me for me. Me. That loves me for Striop. That loves me for Straw. That loves me for me. That loves me because I read esoteric books. I'm able to put together all types of connections that most people can't put together because their minds don't have that function that minds does. Since my mind is always searching for the truth, I can always see lies that obfuscate the truth. I am the President of the United States and I'm for America first. And then the next thing you know, a certain country which shall not be named, they get $1 billion, and next thing you know, there's an increase in warfare around the world, and then there's an increase in gas prices, which means an increase in overall life, and everybody just gets to bickering and fighting, and it's just an endless loop. One thing you're going to notice in human history is that there's countless wars. There's wars that haven't been. Did you know there's wars and battles that were never recorded in history? Going back in the ancient caveman times, you don't think they had an ancient caveman World War II or something like that we never heard about or we never know about because it wasn't written down? You think those people like people back in those days weren't just like people think people in the ancient world were just stupid. That's not true. They were more closer to the truth than we are now. You know that they found dragon bones in China and then the Chinese government hid it. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't just talk out my ass. When I speak, it's somebody that's researched this and gave their life to the truth, to the wisdom and the knowledge and the solidification of it. In China, they found bones of dragons, some shit you see in Game of Thrones, a damn lizard-like thing with wings, and they found the bones of it. Then all of a sudden, the contractors or whoever, or the people that are supposed to dig it up, the government takes it over, and then the people who are involved, let's say a civilian finds it, they end up missing or disappear, or they get hushed into silence. In China, they make billionaires disappear in China, right? Then the next thing you know, they take the bones and then they replace it, or they just take it away, and then it's that's just a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's just a dinosaur. There's no such thing as dragons or nothing like that. People say, yeah, that's not. Yeah, it's just fantasy. It's all fantasy. It's all fantasy. You know how many people that a long time ago. I don't think people even know this. Of course not, right? But a long time ago, I had a YouTube channel, and I used to talk about esoteric things. I remember people coming on that channel and telling me all their ghost stories and stuff. And I knew which ones were real, which ones were just full of crap. The ones I know that are real, there's certain preliminary indicators and there's certain things that happen, certain smells, certain sightings, certain things that happens that I know what's real and what's not because I've had a lot of demonic experiences. Almost every single house that I ever lived in had some type of demonic activity. I'm serious. So I ain't new to this. I had things growl at me in the darkness. I've had shadow shit stand above me and it felt like something was trying to enter me. It felt like something was trying to go inside my ears or go inside my head. It felt like something was trying to open me up and get inside of me. Then you look and see some type of shadow figures, like when you barely wake up and like your mind is still coming online, so you don't know if you're dreaming or whatever. Like you open your eyes, you know you're kind of up, and you see something there. You're like, what the fuck is that? And it got red eyes staring at you. Oh, that's a demon. Oh, I know what that is. That's a low level entity, a low level demon, right? People think I'm fucking joking. This is real, game. That's why I know people who really follow the truth. You go through spiritual attacks. You got the demiurge will use people. He will use strangers to attack you. He will use your own family to attack you. Hell, he'll even use your own mind to attack you. The demiurge is not playing. He'll do whatever he can to get the negative energetic manifestational frequency called loose from you. He'll even attack your best friends. He'll even attack your best friends and have them commit Japanese honorable neutralization just to get at you because you're learning about the truth. This ain't a game. The demiurge is listening to me right now and know what I'm saying. And right now he's preparing his agents to come and try to, whatever, right? This is not a game that we live in this world, okay? Don't let nobody tell you it's sweet out here when it's not. Don't let nobody tell you you should be thankful that you live in America. Shut the fuck up. Imagine being in America homeless. And then people don't really fuck with you like that. They just want to hear you talk about women and complain about your life. They just want to listen to your videos to make sure your life is worse than theirs so they can feel good about themselves. They're laughing at you like a laughing stock, but they wouldn't survive a day in your shoes. And only a few people that really care about you, that understand your pain, give you love and support. The rest are just there just so they can laugh. But in real life, they wouldn't be giggling in your face. They act like people act tough on the internet because it's anonymous. They don't show their face. They hide. They troll. They make new accounts and they talk crap and then they hide behind it. But let some police kick down their door. Oh my God. I can't stand cowards. And I can't stand cowards who want to start things and then hide behind the scenes and act like nothing happened. And I can't stand people who say they don't like you, but they listen to every video you make. You're a fan. You're a twisted, crazy, psychotic fan that I would want nothing to do with. Because you ever approach me in real life, if I'm a rapper rapping at a show, I'm a blow. It's just that simple. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to have security personnel, security parameters. And there'll be certain laws. Hell, I may even have police on my security, and say, yeah, I got a crazy mother effer. If you see this person, this person's going to try to cause trouble. I seen what happened to my baby Christina Grimmie, Christina Victoria Grimmie, Zerplox. That was her nickname as well. I seen what happened with Christina Grimmie. I played League of Legends with her brother and Bobby Plazak. Right? And a couple of other famous people back in the days. Because my Asian homie, I'm not going to say who, his cousin was actually a pro League of Legends gamer. I'm not going to say what team or none of that. But yeah, so I used to play with a bunch of League of Legends legends back in the day. For real. For real. And so we got to be careful in this world because the demiurge will use any type of methods or methodologies to try to attack, right? So we have to be very careful because this world is falling apart before our eyes. This world is breaking down. This world is being destroyed. This world is getting more harsh every day, and we have to be strong. We got to focus on our own mental stability. We got to focus on our own mental capacity to try to create more money opportunities for ourselves. And we got to understand nobody's coming to help us. No one cares about us. No one gives a damn about a lonely man. Most people make fun of lonely men. Oh, he's a loser. He doesn't have anything. I'm going to make fun of him because it makes me feel better because my life is empty. So I'm going to go troll him because I have nothing going on in my life. So I can just go on the internet all day and troll people. I'm so great. I'm a grown-ass man in my 40s. I'm so cool. I'm going to go to a girl and say, hey, yeah, there's a black guy on the internet named Black Pill Villain and I troll him all day. Is that sexy, girl? You want to marry me? Yeah. So what the hell? Why are you so obsessed with another man? Ew, get away. This guy's a weirdo, Right? This is the world we live in, man. You have people that are emotionally broken and scarred, then they put their insecurities upon you. You know, the systematic destruction of the mind, it comes in a multitude and a myriad of ways. Your family that don't like you, growing up in poverty, never having a girl like you, and just being crazy because you've been through things that would make anybody crazy. The things that a lot of us been through will make normal people crazy, right? It's it's really a stupid world we live in, honestly. I truly wish that I can go to another dimension where I'm actually loved. I got some type of power, some type of title, some type of authority. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of not having the things that I always wanted in life. And hope you guys that are listening that love me and support me. I love you guys. I love you guys that support me. I love you guys that show me love. If you're not a hater or some troll listening all the way 35 minutes into somebody you don't like, just a big fan, but I don't want you as a fan. I don't want nothing to do with you. You're a troll or a dox or anything like that. I don't want nothing to do with you at all. Nothing to do with you. Nothing. I want the police to come down and arrest you for your crimes. That's what I want, right? And we got to keep our heads on strong, guys. And this is a war we're in, and we got to prepare. Peace.